visitors on the scoreboard. They have joined their head coach, Alan Osborne. On the far side of the floor, they will be wearing the red uniforms this afternoon with the gray numerals. We await the arrival of the Bluefield Beavers. The Beavers will be the home team on the scoreboard, and they are spending just a couple of extra minutes inside the locker room with their head coach, Danny Gaither, and here they come. With that, it is time to meet the players, the coaches, and the support staff of this AA title game. For the introduction of those men and women, we take it across the floor of the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum to the voice, Don Cook.
Welcome to the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum and the 84th Annual West Virginia Boys State High School Basketball Tournament. It's Championship Saturday. This, the Class AA Championship game, featuring the Poca Dots and the Bluefield Beavers. Let's meet the participants. Head coach for Poca, Alan Osborne. Head coach for Bluefield, Danny Gaither. Assistant coaches for the Dots, Vic Donaldson, Paul Bannister, and Samantha Sayer. Assistant coaches for Bluefield, now you can go, Jeff Boyles and Kevin Caldwell. Support staff for Poca, Adrian Haverland, Katie Sayer, Chris Keaton, B.J. Smith, Ben Burdette, and Joey Harper. Support staff for Bluefield, Tony Calabro, Kenny Pruitt, John Hess, Brian Terry, Lamont Ford, John Burnley, David Perdue, Garrett Patterson, and Matt James. Lions Club host for Poca, Alan McVeigh. Lions Club host for Bluefield, George Jackson. Now the players. For Poca, not in uniform today, but a member of the team, Robbie Hart. For Poca, number 12, Jay Cox. For Bluefield, number 5, John Patterson. For the Dots, number 22, Rick Cottrell. For the Beavers, number 11, Eric Thompson. For Poca, number 30, Michael Thornton. For Bluefield, number 21, Doug Wilburn. For the Dots, number 34, Jamie Stats. For the Beavers, number 23, Derek Blevins. For Poca, number 40, Andy Skidmore. For Bluefield, number 35, Eric Pennell. For the Dots, number 42, Rance Berry. For the Beavers, number 41, Graham Roach. For Poca, number 24, Eric Canterbury. For Bluefield, number 55, Gillis Walker. Now your starting lineups. For Poca, 6'1" and a senior, number 14, Jason Redmond. For Bluefield, 5'10" and a senior, number 3, Jeremy Cruz. For the Dots, 6 foot and a junior, number 20, Patrick Dunn. For Bluefield, 6 foot and a senior, number 4, Glenn Keene. For Poca, 6'4" and a junior, number 32, Chet Harless. For the Beavers, 6 foot and a senior, number 33, Brandon Boyles. For Poca, 6'7" and a junior, number 44, Sean Sargent. For the Beavers, 6'2", and a senior, number 53, Yabrenel Isabel. For the Dots, 6'7", and a junior, number 50, Tim Lyle. For Bluefield, 6'2", and a senior, 00, Nick Booker.
It's game time. The tip-off is next, right after we hear this message.
Center Coliseum. Here's Fred Persinger.
And it's time to play basketball in the capital city. The AA title up for grabs. Basketball in the air, tip controlled by the Dots of Poca High School. Into the front court, Jason Redmond works it down on the corner, driving the baseline, Dunn kicks it back outside, Surgeon, jumper off the glass, no good, gets his own rebound, shoots again and scores. Deshaun Surgeon followed his own miss and put it back through the hoop, 2-0. The Dots of Poca. On the far side, Glenn Keene works for the Bluefield Beavers. Thought about driving the baseline, cut off, they'll bring it to Boyles, top of the circle to Cruz. Jeremy Cruz has really been leading this ball club in Charleston. Spots for three, right side, boom, hit it. 3-2. Bluefield on top of the Dots of Poca High School. Some pressure by the Bluefield Beavers. Working with it, Chet Harless, and as Jeff Jenkins mentioned, he has played one heck of a state tournament. They'll get it up the floor on the right side to Patrick Dunn, back out on top to Harless. Harless hit some key three-pointers yesterday. Thought about it there. Instead, gets it deep on the right side to Patrick Dunn. Dunn on the dribble, takes it through the lane, had it stripped loose. We'll have a whistle in the foul. They'll whistle this one on Bluefield's Nick Booker.
Booker trying to help out there. Dunn had gotten by Boyles that time.
The quickness of Patrick Dunn is going to play a key part in this basketball game as well. The youngsters we mentioned had 27 in the quarters, 13 in the semifinal round. Poca basketball, they get it into Sean Surgeon. Great play that time by Nick Booker to slap the basketball away, but then it went out of bounds and it belonged to Poca. 3-2 the score. The two-time defending Class AA state champion Bluefield Beavers on top of the Poca Dots. 6:58 remaining in quarter number one. Dot basketball. Redmond will be the inbounder. Slaps the basketball, looks for movement, brings it way out on top. Chet Harless spots for three. It's off the mark, a little short. Rebound put back up and in by Timmy Lyle. 4-3, lead change number 2 in the ball game. Down low inside, basketball comes loose, lost out of bounds. The last touching Poca, it'll belong to Bluefield.
Keene went up for the shot that time, and both Redmond and Dunn were on him playing good defense, challenged his shot.
Beaver basketball, Glenn Keene will be the inbounder. Looks to get it in, still looking, brings it out on top to Jeremy Cruz. Cruz already has a three-pointer in the ball game. 6:40 remaining first period. Keene on the left wing. One dribble, moves it back out on top to Brandon Boyles. Lost it momentarily, picks it back up, gets it to Cruz on the right side. Into the jump circle they go to Glenn Keene. Pump fakes, kicks it back to Cruz. He'll move in one dribble, stop and pop, count it. And it is 5-4, lead change number 3 as we seesaw back and forth in this early goings of the first quarter. Surgeon has it low inside. Boy, had a wide opening to the basket, didn't take it, and they kick it back out. They'll get it to Dunn on the right side, dribbles through the lane, dumps it low to Surgeon. He scores again. I'll tell you what, when they're pounding it down inside, Poca, a very tough basketball team to beat. Lead change number 4. Into the front court. They'll give it to the Bluefield Beavers on the right side. Brandon Boyles. Boyles, bounce pass. They get the entry pass inside to Booker. Booker can't get the shot away. Kicks it back outside to Boyles. Down low in the corner. Cruz is 3 of 3.
Boy, they started shooting well again, Fred, like they did in the semifinal yesterday.
It is 8-6, lead change number 5 already in this ball game. Into the front court, works the Poca Dots. Chet Harless, left side to Jason Redmond, holding up play set number 1 with 5.5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Takes it down in the corner, gives it to Harless there. He's picked up by Boyles, cross court. They go to Patrick Dunn, moves in, 17-footer, no good off the back of the rim. Rebound goes to Lyle inside, and as he went up, boy, he trapped it. Boy, they collapsed around him that time on the defense down low inside. But I'll tell you, Poca is doing exactly what they want to do as they pound the basketball inside to Surgeon and to Lyle. Bluefield with the 2-point lead of 8-6. All 8 points have come from point guard Jeremy Cruz, 2 3-pointers and a 2-pointer. Yabrenel Isabel with it now. To the left of the top of the circle, they get it to Booker, moves in, 16-footer, no good. Rebound cleared to Tim Lyle of Poca. Gives it up to Chet Harless. Harless says, everyone get on up the floor and I'll bring it myself, which he does. Into the front court, he's picked up immediately by Brandon Boyles. We're getting set to have Eric Thompson check into the lineup for Bluefield. Redmond has it back out on top. Dunn spots for 3, good. Patrick Dunn It is 9-8, the 6th lead change in the ball game already. Cruz with it to the right of the top of the circle. Now on the dribble, lost it momentarily, picks it up. Good defense by Patrick Dunn. Cruz gets it to Brandon Boyles. Top of the circle, they'll go to Glenn Keene. Keene brings it back on the right side to Cruz. He'll reset the offense. Matching it up man-to-man, the Dots of Poca High School with 4:22 left in the opening period. Cruz has it on the left wing. Bounce pass. They go to Isabel. Back it comes to Cruz. Cruz hits Boyles. Top of the key. He'll move in. Down in the corner they go to Keene. Back inside to Booker. Booker trapped there by Lyle. Sends it outside. Brandon Boyles for 3. No good. And the rebound belongs to Poca. Here come the Dots on the attack into the front court. Jason Redmond takes it down on the left side. Kicks it back to Patrick Dunn. Inside 4 minutes left in the first period. 9-8 the score. Poca leads by 1. Outside jumper for 3 is good for Patrick Dunn. Make the lead 4. 12-8. Quickly the other way. Brandon Boyles has the basketball for Bluefield. Out on top to Cruz. To Ubrennel Isabel. Isabel kicks it down in the corner right side to Boyles. Back it comes out on top to Jeremy Cruz. 3:35 and counting when the first quarter of play. 12-8 the score. Poca has the lead. Bluefield with the basketball. Cruz, three-pointer. Good again. Smoking is Jeremy Cruz.
He is cruising right now, Fred. If it wasn't for him, Bluefield would be in a heap of trouble.
He has 11 of Bluefield's 11 points. He's pretty important right now. Lyle through the lane, running one-hander, won't go. Tipped around. Isabel had it, loses it, give it up to Lyle. Lyle takes it up. He's going to be fouled from behind by the Beavers.
Looks like they'll get Keene on this one, trying to help out on Lyle.
Well, they'll call it on Isabel. And I was like you, Jeff. I thought for sure they were going to call Glenn Keene from the backside, but Ubrennel Isabel picks up the personal foul. Of course, Ubrennel Isabel will play high school, or they play college football, rather, for the University of Virginia. Already signed to play with the Cavaliers. 3:11 remaining in quarter number 1. The lead is 1 for Poca. Jeremy Cruz has all 11 of his team's points.
Boyles to the bench. Eric Thompson in. I bet we see Thompson now on Dunn. A little more quickness on Dunn to see if they can't shut him down offensively.
Tim Lyle, a 6'8" junior, hits the first free throw to make it 13-11. And he'll have another opportunity. Lyle ready. And no good as it rolls off the rim, and the rebound ripped down by Ubrennel Isabel. The lead is 2, 3:05 remaining first period. Poca has the lead. Bluefield with the basketball. Eric Thompson was a starter earlier in the season, got injured, lost his starting job to Cruz. We got a traveling call, and we'll have a timeout at the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum. Time in for this important word. First period, 13-11 the score. Poca on top of Bluefield. Jeremy Cruz with all 11 of the points so far for Bluefield. It'll be Dot basketball. Jason Redmond brings it in to Chet Harless. Harless will bring it down the left side of the floor against the pressure of Eric Thompson. He crosses the timeline at midcourt now and sends the pass out of bounds. Intended for Redmond. Turnover number 1 against the Poca Dots. They played pretty nice so far in this first quarter. Bluefield with the basketball. Jeremy Cruz into the front court, directing the traffic as he yo-yos the basketball between the rings on the right side. They work it to Eric Thompson. Thompson spots up for 3. No good. Short. Rebound cleared by Poca. Ripping it down, Timmy Lyle. Lyle gives it up to Jason Redmond. Redmond, a 6'1" senior point guard. Gets it over to Patrick Dunn. Dunn moves in. Bounce pass. They give it to Lyle, and he scores. Boy, that's nice. That was nice.
The old pick and roll is what that was, exactly. Worked to perfection.
15-11. The lead is 4 for Poca. Ubrennel Isabel, 14-footer in front of the goal. Won't go. Rebound cleared by the Dots. And Poca gives it up. Jason Redmond is a young man that really directs the traffic. He knows exactly where he wants his players to be, and he makes sure they're there. Sean Surgeon, top of the circle, left side, Dunn, spots for 3. No good this time. Crashing the boards was Jason Redmond, kept it alive to Surgeon. Surgeon missed the shot. This time Lyle has it, but he travels. I'll tell you what, give credit to Jason Redmond for at least causing the Dots to have a couple of more opportunities that time as he crashed the boards on the missed jumper by Patrick Dunn, and then Lyle traveled with the basketball.
Conversely, on the offensive end, Bluefield just getting 1 shot.
Into the front court, Jeremy Cruz, 5'10" senior point guard, takes it up, gives it to Eric Pennell, who's into the lineup now. They'll bring it back to Thompson, back to Pennell. Down in the corner, left side to Cruz. Bounce pass along the baseline. Jumper is no good by Isabel. It goes out of bounds off Bluefield. Give it out to Poca. 1:29 remaining in this first period of play. 15-11 the score. The Dots of Poca High on top of the Bluefield Beavers. Poca with the basketball. Chet Harless works one-on-one against Eric Thompson. It's obvious Bluefield's going to have to get someone else in the scoring column besides Jeremy Cruz. He has all 11 of them. Working through the lane is Harless. Down in the corner, they'll get it to Patrick Dunn. Dunn low along the baseline. Basketball slapped out of bounds. Last touching Bluefield's Gillis Walker. 1:12 remaining first period. The lead is 4 for Poca High School. They have the basketball. Jason Redmond will be the inbounder. Brings it in to Timmy Lyle. Lyle, one dribble, turns, shoots, partially blocked away by Walker. And then on the rebound, going over the back, they'll call a personal foul on Bluefield. Gillis Walker will pick up the personal.
Foul number 55, Gillis Walker for Bluefield.
Gillis Walker picks up the personal foul. And you'll keep the basketball in the possession of Poca. 1:07 remaining in quarter number 1. Ready to go? It's Poca basketball. Making sure the official scorer knew exactly who the foul was on. They've checked with him a couple of times, now 3 times, and he says he's ready. I believe him. 15-11. The score. Poca on top by 4 points as we approach 1 minute left in this first period. Patrick Dunn on the right side gives it deeper in the corner to Redmond. Jason, one dribble, pulls it back out on top to Patrick Dunn. Down it goes to Redmond again, holding it high over his head. Couple of dribbles, moves, gives it to Sargent. Free throw line, 15-footer, no good. Rebound cleared by Eric Pennell, and here comes Bluefield. On the run down the left side of the floor. The Beavers into the front court. Pennell pulls it back, goes cross court to Cruz, spots the 3, boom, he hit another. He's got 14. So does Bluefield. And it's 15-14, Poca by a point. With 30 seconds left in quarter number 1. Chet Harless into the front court, whips the pass to Patrick Dunn, drives baseline, leaves it low in the lane, stolen away by Bluefield, stolen back by Poca. They get it inside to Lyle. Shot blocked by Walker, but they'll call a personal foul.
The official closest to the call called a jump ball. The outside official called the foul.
And whoever's whistle it is first prevails, and evidently it was the trail official because the foul will stand. And Walker picks up his second personal foul. Timmy Lyle will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 times. No.
They say white ball.
Oh, they're going to give him the ball. Okay. So it's not a shooting situation.
It's a call on the floor.
Must have. 18 seconds left in the quarter. 15-14 the score. Poca on top of Bluefield. Chet Harless lets it fly from 15. Good. Harless scores his first 2. It's 17-14. The lead is 3. Up the floor, Bluefield's Glenn Keene chases down the errant pass, and we're going to have a slap foul called against Poca. Not a shooting situation, only the second team foul called on Poca. That'll go against Harless. That's his first. So it belongs to Bluefield with 4.9 seconds remaining first period. Beavers trail by 3, 17-14. Glenn Keene, the inbounder, sends it out on top to Eric Thompson. Thompson, couple of dribbles, had to change his shot in midair. Gets it over to Pennell. Jumper's good if it goes, but it hits off the far side of the rim. Interesting first period of play. We've come to the end of the first quarter for the 1997 state championships in Charleston. With your score of Poca 17, Bluefield 14. First period for the Bluefield Beavers. They score 14 points, or should I say Bluefield Beaver. Jeremy Cruz had all 14 of his team's first quarter points. They trail by 3 as we start the second 8 minutes, and it's Bluefield basketball. Isabel goes low inside to Thompson. Nice cutter from inside. Thompson scores.
That's a play you designed during the break between quarters, designed by Danny Gaither and staff to get 2.
Thompson has his first 2 points, and someone else besides Cruz has scored for Bluefield. Poca with the basketball, leading by 1. 7.5 minutes remaining first half. Basketball slapped loose, almost stolen away, picked up by Surgeon. He gives it up to Redmond. Redmond takes the short jumper, won't go. Tipped up and in by Timmy Lyle. He's got 7. Boy, size inside is a major benefactor of a good ball game. 7:19 left in the first half. Thompson works it around the perimeter, gets it Pinnell, pulls up, 16-footer good. 19-18, 1-point lead for Poca. The Dots have the basketball. Chet Harless with it. Runs it across the timeline. Takes it to the left of the top of the key. Now moves between the rings. Picked up there by Eric Thompson. Looks over the right side. Had Dunn. Couldn't get it to him. Inside the lane. Turnaround jumper is good by Tim Lyle. Well, for a big man, he has such a nice, soft touch on the jump shot. 21-18. 6:45 left, second period. Thompson corner, right side, picks up the dribble, looks for some help, finds it in Glenn Keane on the right wing. Keane dumps the pass low to Thompson in the corner, spots for 3, good. Tied for the second or the first time in the ball game. That's our first tie. As Thompson now has 5 points. 21-21, 6:25 left in the first half of play. Driving the baseline, Dunn loses the basketball. It's a turnover, stolen away by Bluefield. Up the floor, Pinnell spots for 3, no good. Rebound to Cruz, and then lost and stolen away by Poca. The quick hands of the Polka Dots come up with that turnover. Jason Redmond looks on the far side, gets instructions from head coach Alan Osborne, brings it across the timeline, takes it down on the left wing, gives it there to Patrick Dunn with 5:55 remaining in the half. Dunn drives through the lane, has the ball stolen away by Glenn Keane. Outlet pass up the floor to Pinnell, being chased by Redmond, takes it off the glass, count. Keane scores his first 2. 23-21, lead change, number 7, and Alan Osborne wants to talk it over. This exclusive Metro News Sports presentation. In this first half, and the Beavers have come out firing in this second quarter.
Bluefield has hit 5 of 7 3-pointers for the game, and they tied the state tournament record with 12 yesterday. Well on their way to maybe approaching that again.
The Dots with the basketball over the near side to Canterbury, who's checked into the lineup. They'll give it up to Harless. Harless to Redmond. Redmond, top of the circle, works with it, brings it left side to Eric Canterbury. Canterbury back to Dunn, top of the key. He thought about the shot, instead gives it up to Jason Redmond. Redmond sent the pass over the far side, intended for Harless, knocked out of bounds for Eric Thompson. In this run, in this second quarter, where Bluefield has outscored Poca 9-4, the one thing that Alan Osborne was concerned about is starting to show. That's the athleticism of Bluefield.
They're starting to pick up their defensive intensity and stepping into the passing lanes.
Down the right side of the lane, basketball came loose and gotten right back by Poca. Chet Harless spots the 3 and scores. Boy, right off the dribble, Harless pumped it up and in. 24-23, lead change number 8 in this ball game already. Over the right side, Brandon Boyles works with it for Bluefield. His team down by a point. They give it to Thompson out front. Guess what? Another 3. Eric Thompson has 2 3-pointers, and it's 26-24 and a steal as Poca turns it over again. Thompson with it into the front court for the Bluefield Beavers. Over on the left wing, they'll work it to Pinnell. Pinnell dumps it down low, intended it for Ubrunel Isabel. It goes out of bounds. Poca has turned the basketball over 5 times, and only 3 for the Beavers. Jeremy Cruz returns to the lineup for Bluefield. He will replace Ubrunel Isabel, so a little smaller lineup, maybe a little quicker lineup for the Beavers.
Look for Poca to try to go inside to Lyle. He's been sort of quiet in the half-court game.
Chet Harless dumps it low inside, intended it for Redmond, but a little too strong and stolen away by Bluefield. The other way, nice defensive effort by Jason Redmond to knock it out of bounds from behind. It'll belong to the Beavers as Bluefield leads it 26-24. They've outscored Poca 12-7 so far in the second quarter. John Patterson will check into that Beaver lineup. He'll replace Eric Thompson.
And there's that depth we were talking about before the game down in Osborne. Coach Gaither now has already gone 9 deep, and we're midway through the second quarter.
He has 9 players, and he'll play them at any time in the game. Patterson had the inbounds pass, gives it up to Cruz now with 4:18 remaining in the first half. It's a 2-point lead for the Bluefield Beavers. 2-time defending Class AA state champion, looking to three-peat. It would be the first three-peat in AA since Norfolk won 8 in a row. That's a record that will stand probably forever. Outside jumper by Keane, won't go. Rebound cleared by Bluefield's Jeremy Cruz. Turns and shoots, it won't go this time. And the rebound cleared by Poca's Timmy Lyle. 6'8" junior. Pulled down the rebound with authority. Poca's Chet Harless spots for three. Good. Way outside. Chet Harless, his second three-pointer. 27-26. Lead change number 10 already. 3:38 remaining in the quarter as Patterson made the move through the lane, took the shot, wouldn't fall. Rebound cleared by Poca. The Dots, Jason Redmond into the front court on the right side to Harless. Patrick Dunn moves in, drives the baseline, takes the shot off balance when he took it, and it fell short. Rebound cleared by the Beavers. Off the floor, the pass goes right through the fingertips of Nick Booker. Jeremy Cruz hit him. Turnover number 4 for Bluefield. Boy, had him wide open out on the right side coming in towards the basket, and he threw the basketball, and I think Nick just took his eyes off of it and it went out of bounds. Poca will have the inbounds play with 3:14 remaining in quarter number 2. 27-26. The Polka Dots lead it by 1. Lyle gets it over the near side. Redmond tried the bounce pass into Surgent, and Surgent stopped the run, and then the pass was stolen away by Bluefield, and then they just throw the baseball path, about 6 feet further than it should have went.
They're fast, but not that fast.
Threw a fastball, probably should have come up with a slider right there. Even 3 minutes remaining in the second period.
Bluefield continues to pressure forecourt man-to-man. They're making Lyle run the floor.
And that's what Danny Gaither wanted him to do, to see if he was going to be in good shape in the fourth period. Patrick Dunn gets it into the front court, sends the pass up ahead to Tim Lyle. Lyle stands on the right side and then flips it back out near the midcourt stripe between the rings to Jason Redmond. 2:45 and counting. It's a 1-point lead for the Polka Dots. Redmond on the dribble drive to the left side, kicks it over the right side. Jumper from Harless, good. Boy, I tell you, this Harless is a fine player. He's got 10 points in the ball game. It's 29-26. The lead is 3 for Polka. Down on the corner right side, Glenn Keene for Bluefield. The right side, they work it to Jeremy Cruz. They give it to Booker through the lane, running one-hander count. His first 2 points of the afternoon. 29-28. The lead is 1 for Polka. But with the basketball, the Dots, Jason Redmond across the timeline to Lyle. Lyle drives, had it stripped loose, came out of bounds, went off his knee. You give it out to Bluefield. Turnover number 8 against Poca. That time coming down through the lane. The big 6'8" junior dribbled it a little low, and Booker was right there to slap it off his knee. And we're going to have a momentary timeout as Jason Redmond fixes the basketball shoe.
More wholesale substitutions for Bluefield.
Derek Blevins, that's the 10th player used today, will check in. Eric Thompson returns.
Fred, this could be a key near the end of the game if it continues to be this up and down style. Poca's in a very good shape, but sticking with that original 5 right now.
And this is something Danny Gaither has done all the time, the entire year. He uses 9, 10 players all the time. Plays a very tough AAA schedule. 15 and 11 may not look impressive numbers-wise, but when you look at who they've played, it do make a difference. 2:05 remaining in the second quarter. 29-28. Basketball slapped out of bounds. It'll belong to Bluefield. Good defensive play by the Polka Dots. The lead is 1. Polka has that. Bluefield will inbound the basketball. Derek Blevins, the inbounder. Quarter court on the far side. Gets it into Jeremy Cruz. Cruz on the dribble will move it back out on top. I've always found with this 3-man officiating crew, no matter where I am, one's always in front of me. On the right side, they go down low inside, stolen away by Poca. The Dots come up with the turnover. That's number 6 against Bluefield. Into the front court, Patrick Dunn works the basketball between the rings, reverse the dribble, send the pass on the right side to Redmond. Redmond down in the corner, kicks it to Surgent, down low inside to Lyle. Lyle takes it up, he's going to be fouled from behind. Whistle it on Bluefield. Got your choice. I believe Derek Blevins, though, will be the youngster with the call. Just my luck. It's not. It's Gillis Walker, his 3rd. Try to second-guess the officials. That's not possible. Gillis Walker was fronting him, and Derek Blevins behind him. The guy in front got the foul. At the line to the left, Timmy Lyle. He is 2 of 3 from the free throw line as he hits the first one.
That was a good high-low game that time by Surgent to Lyle. It's very effective when Poca does it. How about the defense of Surgent and Lyle? They've held Booker, Isabel, and Patterson to just the 2 points.
And Surgent and Lyle have 0 personal fouls. Big factor late in this ball game. Surgent's going to take a breather. He's played well this first half. Big man has 4 points. Only came into the state tournament averaging 6. Tim Lyle's the go-to guy, though. Ready again, and he misses this free throw. Rebound tipped around inside.